Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sarah Klassen channel. It is another week on the PWBA tour. And this week we are in Las Vegas for the Queens.
Take me to Candyland, ooh, take me to Candyland. Sweeter than sugar, you doing that dancing dance.
Today is going to be the practice session and we get an hour with our squad. So there's two squads, there's A squad and B squad. I believe there's 101 bowlers on each squad. And we get an hour to see the pattern, but it is not quite time to know the pattern yet because they don't release the pattern until 30 minutes before practice starts. So I'll be back with an update on that, but just to give you guys a little rundown, I will be in A squad, so I think that means we bowl 9 a.m. tomorrow, 1 p.m. the next day, and then 9 a.m. the next day. 3 days of qualifying. Each day you bowl 5 games, and on the second day, I think, I bowl on the burn. So that doesn't really make sense to me. So then B squad bowls on the burn twice. No, maybe that's why there's a bigger break the third day. Bowl on burn just once, I think. And I only brought 6 bowling balls. The balls I brought are a stealth mode, pin down, pure envy, a theorem, the dark side pin down, and what's the other ball I brought? Stealth mode, pure envy, stealth mode, theorem. Okay, oh, special effect. The special effect's the other ball I brought. So that's what we're doing. I think that's all I got for right now until the pattern. I've heard that the pattern doesn't really change much year to year, so here's last year's pattern just so we can look at it. I believe it was 40 feet, 30 mils? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was a lot. But they used the ice oil. So obviously it breaks down differently than fire, yada, yada, yada. I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm practicing with the Brunswick gals this morning. So I'll try to get lots of videos. Don't know that I'll be able to get many of myself, but we'll do our best. So thanks for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and let's bowl the Queens practice session. Update. Ding, here's the pattern. It is 45 feet, 27 mils. Fronts are flooded, and then there's some T thing going on. So I'm gonna out myself here. I don't really know how to read pattern graphs that well, but it looks a little funky, and I don't know, 45 feet, but that T thing going on, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but that's the good thing about being out here and having the practice session is you get to play around, and then the ball reps get to tell you what to do. So, or your eyes can watch other people. That is one of my goals this week. Oh yeah, one of my goals this week is to use my eyes a bit better. If you seen the vlogs from the Topeka stop, I did not use my eyes well because I was playing way too far left of, first of all, where I needed to be, and second of all, where everybody else was. So something that I did not take advantage of is looking at what other people were doing and really understanding how far off of it I was. So I think that'd be the first thing. And then the second thing is just to be more process oriented. We're not, of course, you always want to win, but you have to have those little wins in the process. I'm going to take a peek at what everybody around me is doing and what looks good. And another thing with the practice session is really finding out what doesn't look good and figuring that out. So yeah, again, stealth mode's first on the rack. I should put the pure envy on there too. I'm not going to hit anything with any sort of surface beforehand because, I don't know, you never know. So, yeah, probably going to put pure envy on the rack and obviously throw a little bit of everything during practice because I only have 5 balls and a spare ball. So, going to drill something if it comes to a big necessity, but I don't think it will. I'm a Shocker alumni, so we learned that our games and our hands and our abilities are the best tool you can have in the bag, and everybody roasts me all the time for throwing so many different balls, so I'm gonna prove y'all wrong. And yeah, again, not again, I haven't said this yet, bowl.com is, I'm pretty sure, where you can follow all the scores and everything, bowl.com/queens or something, I don't know. You'll find it on there, and they'll update game-by-game scoring. It probably won't be too quick, if I'm being honest, but there is also Bowl TV, who is the official live stream provider of the PWBA, and you can follow along all the action there. I don't know if they have a week-long pass or something, but normally they run like event passes, so you don't have to buy the whole year-long subscription. I think that's it for my yapping. Now let's finally watch some bowling. Here is a look at the center for this week. This is Suncoast in Las Vegas. Here are my roommates, Vania and Sydney and Nate. But the bowling alley has two sides, as you can see. Bowl TV is set up right over here. And yeah, very nice place. I don't think I've ever bowled here before. And here we go. Okay, this is 5 minutes in, so it's pretty fresh. So let's look. You're okay. Oh no. But yeah, I was about to tell you I got it on the first time. So, we got the special effect. We're 20 minutes in, approximately. GB4 hybrid thing. Little left. Oh, okay. You hit the head pin though. Just like that, we're done. Check out the new Atlas behind me. I don't know if that's the same one. Yeah, I think it is. It glows up and lights up, and it's a party. So, 45 feet, 27 mils. I thought the fronts were flooded. They're not. And that has something to do with the brush speed. The brush speeds are fairly slow. Wait. We're actually going to bring in a coworker later on to break down the pattern a bit, because I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'll show you what I'll tell you what I did. So on the fresh, stealth mode looked all right, but like for a couple shots. So that's not very useful. So I'm gonna bring the surface up on it. I'm gonna shine it up so that maybe it'll be useful. Pure envy, probably pretty dead. But stealth mode on the fresh, pretty shiny, and then special effect, and then dark side. Is that it? Theorem, again, maybe a little too strong for that shape, but it was cool because they hooked quite a bit on the fresh. There was quite a bit of free hook. But then as you move in, it's not like a shaping it kind of thing. It's like keeping it pretty close to the pocket, and there's hold there. And I was watching Miranda Pattison. I don't know if I had a video of her, but I was trying to replicate what she was doing with an RSTX1 with my special effect, and it looked pretty close. So that's where we're at. Let's go put balls in the paddock, and then we'll have a little interview segment if we're lucky. We are making one small adjustment, and that is the stealth mode. We're gonna do the 3000 polish 3000, right? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we're waiting. There's 2 spinners in the paddock, so we have to practice our patience. But that's all. That's all we're really gonna change up, and hopefully it allows the stealth mode to maybe be in play, because otherwise it was just way too big of a ball. But we'll see if it works tomorrow. Okay, and by me making the surface adjustment, I meant Sid's gonna make it. Because I'm not even gonna lie, I did not know how to bring the surface up on a bowling ball. So, and we're going against the grain in terms of my track, I guess, right?
Like your flare lane.
Yes, because we want it to be cleaner. Like I said, be a bit more in play because it was way too big of a ball for this. So that is polish. Sorry.
Polish, but
we're
gonna
using
use, like the dirtiest rag we can find.
clutch. So maybe there's low-key compound on it.
There definitely is, because it was the one I used earlier.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. All right, and there you have it. She's already shining up. Beautiful. All right, it's time for the interview.
Oh, God. Hi.
Our special guest. So, as I said before the practice session started, I am not good at reading pattern graphs. Is that the correct term?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yet. But I already learned some stuff, and we're going to have Sid explain what she saw in the pattern versus how it played, because she knows all that. So, please,
I don't
take
know
it
about
away.
all that, but the most important things I saw are most people are going to see 45 feet and think, oh my gosh, this is going to be long, but it's not going to play that way. The 2 biggest reasons are the reverse brush drop. So the pattern's 45 feet, but the brush drop on the reverse pass is 35. So it's really going to play more like 40 feet in that way.
35 the speed?
35 is the brush drop, but the buffer speeds are really high on the way back as well when the brush first drops, and so that means that it's like barely bringing that oil with it. And so it's going to want to hook a lot, especially at the end of the pattern. So that 45 feet you can just kind of ignore. And then on top of that, I think it's the forward pass, if I remember correctly. But the 2-2s only really go to 11 feet. And so yes, there's a bunch of volume in the front part of the lane, but only to 11 feet. And this place hooks. So it's not a lot of volume. It's only 27 mils for a high lineage center that gets a lot of play. So it's going to curve more than we expect it to, seeing a quote-unquote long pattern.
And apparently the side we bowled on hooks more than the other side.
Yes, also true.
Yes.
Yay.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.